So, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting very close to the final event of the night's action. It is the Gatorade-sponsored Open Tasmanian Mile, and a big thank you to Gatorade. They've increased the prize money this year to $4,000 with a purse of $3,000 to go to the winner. A couple of changes to handicaps and those scratched from the field before I go through some of our fancied runners for tonight's big mile final. Darcy Miller, runner at number 17, will run off the mark of 3:55. You can put a line through 19 and 18. Also 16 is a scratching. Lily Overton, number 15, will run from 3:30. Running number 13 will be Abbie Butler, who's been re-handicapped back to 300 metres. Josh Phoebe will run from 2:70, number 12. Josh Walker, 1:80, number 11. We see Troy Atkins moved out to 2:55, number 9. We put a line through number 8, Mitchell Walker. A handicap adjustment to Deegan Henrik, number 6, who'll run from 2:40. James Frankham will run from the mark of 1:75, number 3. Phil McConnell, number 2, will run from 1:80. Angus Leinecke, number 1, will run from 1:65. Put a line through Daniel Reeves, the black and white. Handicap adjustments to the pink and white of Doug Hammerlock, who'll run from 1:55. Patrick Lee, the green and white, 1:60. The yellow and white, Aaron Harvey, the Devonport mile winner, will run from 1:25. No Dion Kenzie, the blue and white. We see the red and white of Ashley Cowan, the Victorian, go to 1:40. Max Green in the orange will run from 105. Sam Clifford will run from 55 metres. Tom Thorpe from 50 metres. A line through the green of Isaac Hayne. And we see the yellow of Adam Spencer, and also an adjustment to the runner Hansen off 40 metres. So that leaves us with a pretty strong field here of almost 30 runners to contest the Gatorade Open Tasmanian Mile. The front marker will be Darcy Miller from 3:55. We go back to number 15, Lily Overton, from 3:30. Then we see Ashley Felberg, the junior, run from 3:25. Abbie Butler will wear number 13 and she will run from 2:70. Josh Walker will run number 11 and run from 1:80. Michael Johnson, number 10, from 2:50. Troy Atkins, a former winner, will run from 2:55. From 210 will be Tristan Pickering, number 7. Deegan Henrik at 240, number 6. Joby Westcombe, the junior, number 5, will run from 200. Ross Smith from 180 metres, number 4. We see last year's second place getter James Frankham, number 3, will run from 175. Phil McConnell from 180, number 2. Angus Leinecke, who was 3rd in the Devonport mile, will run from 165. The purple and white, we see the youngster Riley Simpson run from 165. BJ Cobbing from the orange and white will run from 150. It's Sam Ashland, the grey and white, from 150. Dangerous Dougie Hammerlock's out off the 155 metre mark. He'll run in the pink and white. We see Patrick Lee, the green and white, from 160. The Devonport mile winner in the yellow and white will be Aaron Harvey from 125. Ashley Cowan, the former stall 1600 metre winner, will run from 140. The Victorian, the red and white. The purple is Jamie Lawrence from 115. Max Green from 105 metres, the silver medalist in the 800 metre state title. In the grey, it's the under-18 5,000 metre record holder and former winner of the Devonport mile and a very, very strong 1,500 metre runner. It's the junior Sam Clifford, who'll run from 55 metres in the grey. The black will see Luke Shaw run from 50. The Victorian, the pink, Tom Thorpe, will run from 50 metres. A handicap adjustment from Adam Spencer will see him run behind James Hansen. And so he will run from 15. And James Hansen, who is a former Tasmanian record holder for the 1,500 metres, will run from the mark of 40. And ladies and gentlemen, at West Park Oval here tonight, we see two of the greatest milers on the planet. Very few men on planet Earth have run under 3 minutes 50 for the mile. We've got two of them here tonight. Firstly, running from the mark of scratch, wearing the white, he holds the current Australian mile record of 3 minutes 47. He is the Commonwealth Games champion over 1,500 metres. Please welcome the New South Welshman, Ollie Hoare. And joining him on the scratch mark, this man made the Olympic final in Tokyo in 2021. He is the World Championship finalist in 2022. He's won this famous race from scratch a number of times. He is our man, the King of King Island, Stuart McSwain. No one ever has run under the 4-minute mile for the Burnie Mile. It is a tough track to do it on. What can these two superstars of Australian athletics do for us tonight? Everybody in the middle down, please, for the running of the open mile, sponsored by Gatorade. And runners, you're in the starters' hands. And the field is away in the Gatorade Open Mile, and the crowd see these two superstars for the first time in Ollie Hoare and Stuart McSwain as they get things underway. The first couple of runners that we see go past us will be Darcy Miller, who's gone through with 3 laps to go. The junior Ashley Philberg, Lily Overton, Abbie Butler, the steeplechase champion, goes through with 3 laps to run. The youngster Josh Phoebe. We see Troy Atkins go past the finishing line with the youngster up on his shoulder there. A couple of additions to the field. We see Tristan Pickering, Joby Westcombe, Phil McConnon leading up a pretty strong group here with James Frankham at the back of them. Angus Slanecki, who was third a couple of nights ago, he sits just behind them and sees that group ahead of him. Dougie Hammerlock leads up the next group with 3 laps to go, and we start to see the back markers now. The black runner coming through now, that is of course Luke Shaw. The Sam Clifford in the greys going with him. James Hansen now looking at them too, trying to get some contact with 3 laps to go. And our 2 superstars have gone through around about 58 seconds for the first lap. So they are absolutely motoring, these 2 superstars of middle distance. We go back to the front. We see the Burnie youngster in Ashley Philberg, number 14 lead. Watch for her. She's been setting coastal records throughout the interclubs this season. She'll be one to watch with 2 laps to run. Darcy Miller looking to get contact with her on the shoulder. And then we've got Lily Overton. Abbie Butler's right up onto her shoulder now and pushes her back a position and goes up into third. Abbie Butler. We look back now at some distance to our first male runner, and that's been Josh Phoebe. Then it's Troy Atkins, a former winner. He somehow managed to hold off Stuart McSwain one year. I'm not sure he's going to be able to do it tonight, but with 2 laps to run, Troy Atkins will go for it. We see Phil McConnon leading up a very strong group with James Franken right in behind him. Angus Slanecki has now made contact with those, with youngster Riley Simpson with him, and we start to see our back markers. Gee, the black's going well. That's Luke Shaw. Now we see our back markers, Ollie Hoare and Stuart McSwain, go through. The clock's ticking off at about 2 minutes. A little bit of a slower second lap. What can these 2 do? They're right on each other's heels. They have to keep on passing runners. We know that, and they're doing it pretty fast at the moment. But we've got a lap and a half to go in the Burnie Mile. Gee, it looks like a massive task, doesn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Have a look at them over in the back straight. Have a look at our leaders. Go past the point. They're going to have to start getting moving, these 2. It's Ollie Hoare and Stuart McSwain have passed a few, but they've got a lot of people to still catch. We've got Abbie Butler now, the national steeplechase champion, who's going to lead this field with Darcy Miller hanging onto the heels of her. Then it's Ashley Philberg getting the call of 1 lap to go. Lily Overton goes through with 400 to run. Here comes Troy Atkins with Josh Phoebe right behind him. Phil McConnon's leading up, Angus Slanecki, James Frankham, Riley Simpson's right there. Max Green's on the back of him. He's strong enough if he's fast enough in the last lap. Here comes Hansen. Stewie McSwain's gone past Ollie Hoare, and he's going for one more win at Burnie with 1 lap to run. The time's pretty slow. I don't think we're going to see the sub-4. It's going to be hard for anyone to run down Abbie Butler. She's going for it now in at the Cade Monday wing with a little over 200 metres to go. Abbie Butler in front. Darcy Miller coming, and here comes Stewie. He's trying to get on the back of them. I'm not sure he can do it from here. Now the youngster James Frankham, I think it is, who's sprouting wings up into 3rd position. Frankham it is who's going, and Phil McConnon's trying to get with him. James Hansen, but it's Abbie Butler, the national steeplechase champion. She's only got 1 to challenge her, and I reckon it's James Frankham. Look at him go. James Frankham, Abbie Butler in front. James Frankham trying everything. Abbie Butler lifting. James Frankham going to him. Abbie Butler James Frankham. Abbie Butler wins from James Frankham. James Hansen saying, and here comes Stewie up into the top 5 or 6 of them. He couldn't get to them tonight, but it's Abbie Butler, the girl from Launceston. She has been on a wave of performances so far this year, setting personal bests for the 1,500 metres, 3,000 steeplechase. She made the Devonport gift final 2 nights ago in the 400. Keep that applause going for the rest of the field, ladies and gentlemen, as they finish off in the Gatorade-sponsored Open Mile. But the plaudits all go to Abbie Butler, who takes out the Gatorade Open Mile of 2022.
That was unexpected.
We start to see some results go up on the board. We did see the 4-minute mile broken, but certainly not for that distance. A 3:58 winning time for Abbie Butler, 3:58.2. James Frankham, 3:59.09. And James Hansen, what a run from 40 metres, has got up to third there, a 4:01.56. There's your top 3, and the others are starting to flash up onto the screen now. But it's Abbie Butler, the winner of the 2022 Gatorade Open Mile.
She sure is, Grant. And there's the sash that goes across. Prize money from Gatorade of $3,000 to you, Abbie. Congratulations, well done. It can be tough out there when you know they're coming at you, but you just hang in there.
Yeah, I didn't really know how fast they were coming, but I just held on, and I can't really believe it.
And I guess, what were the thoughts going through your mind? You'd got out into the front and in front, and you were pedalling away there really nicely. Did you have to keep looking back, or did you have a firm game plan?
I knew that I had a pretty good handicap, but then to get pulled 20 metres. But Dad just said, just go like you're not even running a mile. So I didn't really want to look back just to see if they were there. So I just went as far as I could.
Dad's advice, good advice. Well done.